Ty, I'm going to ask you, yeah. This obsession that is carrying on with Troy Deeney, what is your obsession with him? You seem to be obsessed with him.
I'm not obsessed with Troy Deeney at all.
Ever since the game at Watford, when he actually was right, actually.
He was not right. He was not right. And even if he is, like I said, and I'll say it again, he's nobody to have a go at us, is he? That's all, there's no obsession. No. I just think that sometimes in football, a lot of fans, and possibly players, but obviously we're fans, like to talk too much. Only talk if you're doing better. If you're doing better, that's fine. If you're Messi and Ronaldo, and they don't, by the way, they're at the top of the pyramid. They're looking down on everybody. And they can say whatever they like, and they don't. So who is Troy Deeney? I'm not obsessed with Troy Deeney. I wouldn't say I'm obsessed. What I don't like is people opening their mouth when they shouldn't. Now,
it's
Troy
banter,
Deeney shouldn't.
It's called football banter.
Yes. Banter, yes. Banter is, we beat you, ha ha. Banter's not, we beat you because, Mesut Ozil is not. He actually even called Mesut naive. Who is he? What has he won? Has he won the World Cup? No. Has he won the league? No. What has he done? Nothing.
He's not expected to the standards of your...
So hold on. So then, let me get this straight. Can he then go to Messi and say, you should have scored that chance? Would he? He would never say that, would he? So why is he having to go at us then?
Because we lacked Kahinis on the day we did.
Whatever we lack is none of his business. He should worry about Watford.
And I'm glad in the way he actually
I'm glad that he got rammed down his throat. That's what I'm glad about.
I'm glad he's pointed
I'm glad he got rammed down his throat.
Yeah, and when...
So what did he need to be told?
Because we've got too many softies in our team and they needed to be shown that. Anyway.
Why Troy Deeney?
At the end of the day, it's not about his age. It's that he's past his sell-by date. He's gone past his sell-by date, and it's time for a change. And why does he have to keep making all these things up about his age, about age discrimination? It's ridiculous. It's getting ridiculous.
What is he? Well, I must say I'm oblivious to this. What has been said? Because I haven't heard anything.
Well, he's made a comment about, he said, don't start all this rubbish you don't know.
I don't know.
Because you seem to know about everything else, but when it comes to Wenger, you seem to be turning a blind eye.
I wish I did know about everything.
You hear about,
I wish I knew everything.
You hear about everything else, but you don't hear nothing when it comes to
I hear a lot. Why would I say when I don't know it?
Yeah. Go on. He went on about age discrimination.
Well, I don't know. I think possibly he is getting a bit of abuse, just unfair. I don't know, maybe, possibly it's nearly going to the time when he might retire, fair enough. But I suppose I can see his point, because the thing is, he's getting hammered and he's been rendered in some forms of the media to be useless. And I think that's wrong and disrespectful, because he wouldn't be there if he's useless. And he obviously isn't useless. He's still a top manager. He's not
he has declined. And
he's declined. We've declined as a club, as a team.
Yeah,
but then
he has declined.
Yeah, but you say he has declined. What is he up against? What are we up against? We're up against Manchester City with money. No. We're up against Chelsea with money. We're up against Manchester United with money. You know what I mean?
We're not up against Spurs with money, are we?
Yeah.
Spurs have got less money than we have.
Yes.
Liverpool haven't got as much money as we have.
And that will bring me back to this.
Liverpool and Spurs haven't got as much money as we have.
22.
We've probably spent the same amount as what Chelsea have spent in the last few
10.
years. No, don't give all that. I don't want to hear that rubbish again, man. 22.
That's 20.
See, this is your mentality again.
That's 22.
See, you're going off the subject.
No, you said we're not up against money against
22.
Spurs. Yeah, 22 years. Right. 22 years.
Yeah, but what we're talking about years. Now, yeah?
22 years.
I'm not going to be, it's like a record.
22 years. No, because the thing, you can't erase that. You can't erase history. Because all of a sudden, history doesn't matter. I've spoken to some Tottenham fans, and they've said, it doesn't matter about it. Oh, so it doesn't matter then. So then, if we want to be funny, we should go back to, it doesn't matter when you were born. You're alive now. Who cares when you were born? Who cares about your age?
We're talking about now. How we're making progress.
Now, yes, but for anybody to say there's a power shift, they have to do more than us.
Is this age discrimination, right?
Possibly,
is this just a cover-up?
Possibly cover up for
the
what?
faltering of himself. He's
faltering. I don't think, it's not a cover-up. It's not a cover-up because he'd be open and honest about things he could have done better. But it's not only him. He can't take all the blame for things that have gone wrong. Can
Well,
he?
of course he can. I mean,
Well, he can take the blame for everything.
Yeah, well, I think he can because
He can take the blame for everything.
He's let this softly approach in the dressing room.
But how do you know? How do we know
He's
about
let it go on.
Yeah, but how do we know about softly approach in the dressing room? None of us are in the dressing room, are we?
No one seems to care whether we win or
No, that's
lose
not
anymore.
true.
We
No,
don't
that's
have
not
that. We have the wrong attitude.
I don't think so.
That's down to management. From
No,
the
I don't.
management.
I disagree. I
And
think
he's
the players do
allowed
No, I think the
players to
players
get
do
away with murder.
No, but how do you-
and his trust in players has gone beyond belief
he's
now.
possibly he's been too long.
At the
But-
end of the day, he's made loads of mistakes.
And who hasn't? Who hasn't made
But
mistakes?
he's made catastrophic mistakes.
But who hasn't made
And
catastrophic
we're
mistakes?
now at the moment, we were a few years back second in the league. Now we're sixth.
Yeah.
And this is
Okay.
how he's declining,
But-
and we are declining even further.
Yeah.
And we have to make an end to it.
Yeah, but second
And
in
to
second
go
in
on
the-
about age discrimination is a
Yeah.
big cover up for me.
A cover up to what? Cover up to what?
For his failings.
For his failings.
And it's nothing to do with age
For his
discrimination.
for his failings,
He's
even though
not
he won
good
the
enough
FA Cup
anymore.
last season.
When it comes to wine, age matures well, but I mean, he's the milk. He's the milk for me.
Yeah.
It doesn't mature, and he's gone
He
stale.
doesn't mature. He's gone stale, but he won the FA Cup last season. Beating the champions.
Yes.
No, don't say.
let's not
Don't
go
say that.
into all
No,
that.
don't say that because at the moment,
Yeah.
even though we're out of it, we're still the holders. Obviously, we can't win it. Someone else is going to win it. Chelsea and Manchester United are vying for that cup. So don't say that because that's the only trophy that Chelsea and Manchester
Man
United.
what their real
Would
aim
they-
is this year.
Yeah.
Top four of the FA Cup.
Yeah.
And they'll tell you the top four.
So
is
they'd
more
rather win
important.
nothing. So you think Chelsea
They'll
or Chelsea fans would
they'll
rather say
tell
nothing?
you, even Spurs will tell you that their main
Spurs would
their
want
main
nothing.
aim is
They would bite their hand
to
off to win
finish
the FA
top
Cup.
four. You ask
Yeah,
Pochettino what
right.
he thinks of the FA Cup,
Yeah,
and he'll say top
right.
four is more
Yeah,
important. Right. Stoke City.
Fantastic question.
Well, to be quite honest with you, they've been not a good visiting ground for us in the last few years.
What? Because of
we seem to
people
be,
trying to break our players' legs.
It's not been easy for us.
Yeah, it's not been
But
easy
then-
when you got Tony Pulis.
But then when we had a few years ago, we was able to combat this Stoke City. Years ago, we could combat it because we had strong physical players. They wouldn't have got away with it when we had Bergkamp, Vieira,
true. The
Petit,
Invincibles.
and all that. But
They're great teams,
It's not. But then Wenger changed his philosophy.
He did.
Put a load of pansies in his team.
Pansies like who?
and
They're not pansies.
And we paid the price. And when we go to Stoke, we get outfought and we get outdone because we haven't got the
They're
bottle
not
to have a
pansies.
go.
No, but you're saying
We haven't got the. We don't stand up to them physically, and we get done for
What
it.
do you mean? You mean
And
so? Yeah.
yes, in a way, I would be glad because there's one ground where we won't get beaten
So you
because we
wouldn't be
always
sad
get beat there now.
No, we don't.
Well,
No, we
we
don't. We won there 4-1 once.
We won there last season because
we
they
won
were
with-
on the beach. But apart
Yeah, that's
from
their
that,
problem,
we-
isn't it? They can
but
be on the
apart
beach
from-
now then as well.
Apart from that, we always have a bad record there. We lost there this season.
Yeah, but we also got cheated as well. Don't forget that. We also
Well,
get
you
cheated.
always blame referees.
So,
I mean, you keep going on about that.
all right, then, okay. Then.
Referees.
So who do you blame for Shawcross breaking Aaron's leg, even
Well,
if
that
he
was
didn't do it
bad.
intentionally?
That was
Well, then,
bad.
so who do we blame for that then? Do
Yeah,
we blame
that
Aaron?
was
like
a,
the Stoke
that
City
was a
fans?
nasty moment.
It
and
would
I
not
don't-
be sad.
I
To
wouldn't-
me, it
I
won't
wouldn't-
be sad.
It won't
will be
forgive me.
great.
I wouldn't.
It would be
I wouldn't
great if
relegate
they
him
go
for
down.
that reason.
I would
I
for the
would
way they-
relegate him because we can't cope with
No,
it. That's the reason I wouldn't.
I would relegate that because you say banter. That's not banter.
No, I
In
think it's
any walk
awful.
of life, exactly. When
I think it's awful
somebody
what they're
breaks their
fans.
legs and somebody tries to mock them, it's ridiculous. And for that, no, it won't be sad. It will be great if they get relegated for that. On the flip side, for the players who are not like Shawcross, dangerous
They are
individuals
not-
when it comes to football, it would be sad. And for the Stoke City fans who didn't mock Aaron, yes, it would be sad. But you've got to look at what's happened with
But
Stoke
they've
City.
lost that physical edge anyway, so it wouldn't.
Well, they couldn't. They couldn't.
Since they lost Pulis, I don't
Well,
think
absolutely.
they've tried to play a different brand of football,
Well,
and they've paid for it, and then they're going to be relegated.
Absolutely, and
But-
you've actually
Yeah.
hit the nail on the head. And the thing is, I don't want to put my Stoke City hat on, so I try to be
But
neutral.
that physical presence that they had kept them in the top
Well-
half of the table.
Well, it did. It did.
But they changed their style.
They have.
And they're paying the price for it.
Well,
what I will
absolutely.
say,
You're right there. I agree.
what I will say to you is, that we've gone there, and when we've gone there, we haven't had the right physical approach. We've gone there, we changed it, and I blame for certain, and this is why we lost a lot of these games to these teams, because we changed our approach.
And they've also cheated.
We changed our approach, we changed the approach. We had physical players like Petit and Vieira, and we've played them with not so much physical.
Well, the players are not as good
that can't cope with physical.
Yeah, but you're saying can't cope. But
Well, you've got to understand, when you're playing in the Premier League, these referees that we've got will allow the physical side of the game.
Us? You mean on us?
Well, no, not just us.
Well,
on everything.
okay,
and what we've got to be able to combat that. When we had Vieira and Bergkamp, we had no problem with it. Yeah.
If you pay, but you've got to pay.
When we had them lights, we had Keown.
Yeah.
No one would mess with us. We'd go down you go down that tunnel in the start of the game, and they were already beaten before they got out there. Yeah.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Well, now they're not. We haven't got that fear factor in us because we haven't got that physical presence.
Yes.
And that's down to the manager as well, because he changed the whole way of.
That's fine. But the thing is also, if you play within outside the laws of the game, you should be punished. And if you are not punished, like Ryan Shawcross, like Martin Taylor, like Dan Smith, who clattered.
They were horrible challenges.
But that's what's happened.
But it's not always. Some of them are fair.
Okay, and fair is not a problem. But you're saying that. You name me any other team apart from maybe Newcastle United who've had 3 of their players legs broken unintentionally, but
They will dispute.
With a habit. Of course they would dispute it. Of course they would dispute it. But the facts show that they were reckless challenges.
Okay.
What other team has had that?
I'm not just saying that, but overall, that was an awful challenge, and I agree.
It was an awful challenge.
I agree with it. But when we've gone into these games, we're not being physical enough, and that's why we've lost games.
Yeah, I think he deserves a contract. I think he deserves a new contract after what he's done. What about you? I think he's a good player, and he's come from a squad player to a first team player, and he buys his time, and he doesn't moan. He's happy to buy his time.
It's amazing we sort out the contracts of the players that really are not that. I can't quite believe, and he said the thing about, what did he say? Hopefully the progress will continue as it has been since I've joined.
Yep.
And then I was saying to myself, well, you joined us when we were second in the league, right? We're now standing in 6th, and he's saying, I'm glad we're to the progress of this club while I've joined. Let's continue. Well, that's a great progress, isn't it?
Yeah.
The way his contract's going, we'll be another 3 or 4 years of him. Another 3-year contract. So by the time he finishes his contract, we'll be 14th or 15th in the league. The way we're going, is that what you want? Is that what? No, that's what he said. I'm glad that the continued progress of this football club. And he joined us, we finished 2nd, yeah? And since he's joined us, we've gone from 2nd to 6th in the league.
And what have we won in that time?
And this is the continued progress. Yeah?
What have we won in that time?
I'm talking, this is the progress.
Did we not win the FA Cup for the 13th time?
Oh, go about the FA Cup.
Hold on. Am I dreaming, or did we not win the FA Cup for the 13th time? No. Because obviously I must be on the wrong. show. Did we not win the FA Cup for the 13th time last season?
So did Wigan win it a few years ago.
Who did we beat in the final? Who did we beat in the final?
Chelsea, who were on
champions.
Who was on the beach.
It doesn't matter if they're on the beach. That's not our fault. That's not our fault, is it? So what do you want us to do?
It doesn't cover the bloody cracks, and the cracks are in the league. When he joined us, this is your mate ELNENY, all of the greatest.
The players. Well, I'd like to
great
all the players are my
signer,
even though they're not.
We've lost Alexis. We're about to lose Ramsey. We're about to lose Jack.
We're about to lose Aaron.
We could.
Who told you we're about to lose?
We could lose by one of them two.
Why do you say that?
And we're all excited
because
Mohamed ELNENY has signed a new contract.
No, hold on.
Right. And all this business about the stats as well. 99% pass rate. Yeah, I can pass 2 yards. I can make 2-yard passes 99% of the time.
So you can score the screamer you scored then? Can you score that? No. Okay, no. All right. So Mum is on nothing. You can score the screamer he had, and you can run up and down the pitch like he did. Yeah.
Yeah, but he hasn't.
You can no. Okay.
He's a squad player. He's a squad.
Okay, but you're saying that. You're saying what he's done is he. Can you run up and down the pitch?
I'm going on about
like
his comments. his comments
Yeah, but
that
what do you
we've made
okay,
progress.
yeah, but what do you
and continued progress.
But what do you
And we've gone
expect him
from
to say?
second
Okay.
to sixth since
Fair
he's
enough,
joined us.
But we've won
Yeah?
the FA Cup how many times?
Oh, keep going about the FA. Wigan won the FA Cup. They got relegated. Is
Like I
that a
said,
form guide?
You're
then?
going to have to make me bring this out again. 1, 2,
Since
3,
Wigan
4,
won the FA
5,
Cup.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 times. Have
Yeah.
Wigan won the cup 13
No,
times?
but since
Have Wigan
we-
won the FA
but
Cup
since
13,
we-
30 times? Have
Let
Wigan
me-
won the
let me
30
finish.
FA Cup 30 times? You're going to make me say it 13 times, you know. Have Wigan won the FA Cup 30
No.
times? Have Wigan won the
No.
FA Cup 30 times?
since
Have Wigan
they've
won
won
the
the
FA Cup
cup,
30
what
times?
have they
Have
done?
Wigan won the FA Cup 30
What have they
times?
done?
Have Wigan won the FA Cup 30 times? 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 I hope that's it, but if not, I'll do it 2 more times. Have Wigan won the FA Cup 13 times? Have Wigan won the FA Cup 13 times? Have Wigan won the FA Cup 13 times? So why do you keep on bringing Wigan into it?
Because what did it good? What good did it do for Wigan? Where are they now?
Ooh. I
Has
don't
he
know.
lost it?
I don't know. Did he ever have it? Is a question.
Well, you can't say that. I mean, he's won the European Cup with
Yeah.
2.
He's won the European Cup,
two-
Inter Milan,
Inter
with
Milan,
FC Porto,
FC Porto.
and with who else?
No, just 2 clubs. I think it's Porto and
Twice.
Inter Milan.
So he won it.
But-
He won it twice.
And he's won titles.
He's won titles, yeah. He's also been sacked by Chelsea.
He was very much
He's
loved
also
by
sacked
a
by
lot
Chelsea.
of players.
And he also said, and I quote, Arsene is a failure, a succession in failure, or whatever he said. And that season, Chelsea won nothing, and we won the FA Cup. So.
Well, I'm
And
saying,
he also went on the pitch
at this
and
problem,
poked Tito Villanova in the eye.
I feel now.
He also slagged off Rafa Benitez's wife as well. But
Having said that, he's not done too bad actually. I mean, he's
He's
second
not done
in
too
the
bad.
league. They're at second in the league.
he's not done too bad.
They're in the semi-final of the FA Cup,
Yeah.
which I don't count very much. But second in the league.
Yeah.
Man City have done in another year. Maybe they would probably be doing better.
Yeah.
Man City has gone away,
Yeah.
but they are second. But
second
they're
is
a
nothing.
long way clear of Arsenal. and-
Second is nothing because you
But-
don't win nothing for second.
No,
do you?
no, exactly.
Exactly. So second is nothing as far as I'm
But
concerned.
last year they won the Europa League.
They did. They won Europa League, the League Cup.
and
yeah.
they finished in the top 4.
No, they didn't finish the top
Oh,
four.
well, no, sorry.
They won
sorry.
Europa League.
They won the Europa
They
League.
finished sixth.
Well, they got in the Champions
Underneath
League.
us.
But
Which people seem to forget.
still, they qualified for the Champions League.
Yes. They did.
He's done his job.
He hasn't done his job though. I don't think he's done his
He
job.
spent a lot of money this year.
Exactly.
He spent a lot of money.
Now,
But he's competing with Man City, and I think the Man City.
and so are we.
yeah,
So are we.
but having said that,
So
they're
you
doing
make
a
so
lot
you
better
make
than
an
us, aren't they?
yeah, but they're second.
League-wise.
Second is nothing. The funny thing is, this is an interesting question because I had that discussion with my brother-in-law, who's a Liverpool fan, on Saturday. And the funny thing is that I personally think, from the outside, I think Manchester United thought they were going to win the league this season. That's what they thought. But they underestimated Guardiola and Manchester City. That's what they thought. Because when they beat us, even though we should have buried them, they thought they were going to beat. They thought they were going to beat Manchester City. So I think now that's why he's making up all this stuff personally, because it's kind of effective tactic to show they've spent so much money. Look how much money they spent on Pogba. Pogba can't even get into the team at the moment.
I just think at the
and they
moment-
were totally
I don't think
humbled
that
by Manchester City
I don't
on
think
their own
these-
ground.
I don't think these players are buying into the system that he wants.
What system? What system? What's happened to Alexis? I know he's just scrubbed. Is Alexis the same player that's left
I
us?
think Alexis is a bit too early to judge. I mean,
Fair enough. Yeah, no, that's true. That's
It's
true.
too early to go
That's
on
true.
Alexis.
Yeah, that's true.
Going back to Mourinho,
Mourinho. I think
he's finding it difficult now because I think
Oh,
now.
oh, what a shame.
What I think now
Oh,
is
so
that
sad.
football is now more.
Football has shown that if you carry on the way Mourinho does, it's all right when you're winning. When you're losing, don't open your mouth because he's there talking.
Well, he's
It's
come
all
up.
right when
He's come up again. I mean, before he had.
Yeah, but so have we, though.
Arsene, he's come up against Pochettino, Guardiola. These young coaches have now
They haven't
gone past him.
I don't think they've overtaken him because he's still
They're more clever at him. Than
They're not
the
more
guy.
clever because what they won. As much as I don't like Mourinho and I don't want to defend him in any way, he's won stuff. Pochettino has won nothing, hasn't he?
No, not yet.
Klopp, even though I like Klopp, Klopp has won nothing. But
Well,
the
no,
thing is,
he got the better of Klopp in the This is why I can't really...
What, you mean the 2-1 at Old Trafford when Fellaini bundled Mane to the ground?
That's why you can't completely write him off, because that game he did win.
No one's writing him off. No one's writing him off, or should. But I think he himself, personally, it's just my opinion, I'm sure people might disagree, he's written other managers off. He's written Arsene off, and he's written off Guardiola, because he thought they were going to win. The way he was talking last season.
We're all writing Arsene off. Come on, let's think.
I'm not writing him off. I'm not writing him off.
Come on,
and you shouldn't either. But it's your choice. I'll never write off a manager that's done what he's done. You never write them off.
It's real.
The thing is, Mourinho, I think, chickens have come to roost, or whatever the saying is the fact is that when you're arrogant, it's different when you win. When you don't win now, you end up looking possibly a bit silly. And I read the way he went after Guardiola has said nothing, you know. Can you imagine? Let's turn the tables around. If Manchester United were in Manchester City's position, we don't all be cussing Guardiola, saying he's rubbish. But look at Guardiola. That is a lesson to Mourinho, that when you're lucky enough to win, be humble. Because look at Guardiola smashed up the Premiership, and I don't even say nothing. Look at when they beat Manchester United at the Etihad. He didn't even celebrate. If I was Guardiola, I would have gone and celebrated in Mourinho's face. That's what I would have done. Because the way Mourinho's tried to cuss him, but the thing is, Mourinho's still trying to play those silly mind games. But Guardiola don't have time for that. On the pitch,
he said, working at the moment, but it's
not
worked in the past. It's worked in the past.
But
it's not
now
working now.
It's blown up in his face in a football term. I mentioned about Rafa Benitez's wife, and I shouldn't really say that because that's nothing to do with football, even though that's wrong. But what I would say, is he losing it? Did he really have it? Is the question I'm going to say. Did he really have it? Did he really have it? Because I don't know. Because the thing is,
I mean, he's
won. So what did he have then?
He's got the CV to prove it.
He's got the CV. So on his CV,
titles, Champions League.
Okay, then
what more do you want?
Okay, then what more I want from my manager is somebody who can learn and doesn't mind humbling themselves and respecting their opponents. Not calling their next manager a voyeur. That's what I expect. I expect a manager of my club to act with dignity. And when they win, don't shout their mouth off. Because when they lose now, they can't take it. Look at him now. Oh, look at that. 12 million rand. Oh, things are so bad. But when you're winning now, you don't mind. You open your mouth. You're saying this man just crap. But when you lose now, you can't take it. Thank you very much for the questions, by the way. Very, very good questions. If you've got any questions for us,
just leave the comments in the box and we'll get back to you next week.
Thank you for watching.
We're giving you a chance to be on ArsenalFanTV and give your opinion after the game.